Hi, how are you? Welcome back to Mondays with channeling and guided experiences with myself and spirit. I'm Amanda. I'm a coach and a channel. And what you're about to experience is a guided meditation and visualization exercise where spirit is going to teach you how to drop from your mind into your body and tune into your intuition. These are small guided experiences to help you understand how your intuition works, what it feels like to tune into it, how to tune into it, and how to begin to build trust inside of that experience. And every week they're a little bit different, but today I know that the theme of doubt is going to be popping up for us today. I'm not exactly sure how spirit wants to tackle that, but I get the sense that that is something that they want to help guide you through in some capacity. And one additional thing that I really want to put out there that I have been contemplating when it comes to this work and the gift that learning how to tap into and trust my intuition has given me has been, yes, the gift of information, the gift of knowledge and wisdom, but it's also been the gift of personal power. Because I think when we begin learning how to do this, we are confronted with a lot of self doubt, with a lot of lack of trust, lack of faith. And we realize, wow, like I really am struggling with this. I don't know how to tell the difference between my intuition and my fear. I don't know how to connect properly. I don't trust when I'm connecting. I don't feel um, empowered to do it. I feel like I don't trust my own abilities. And that is highlighting just how much lack of trust, lack of belief we're actually experiencing inside of us. And this work of learning how to tune into your intuition is just reflecting that. And that's a powerful lesson if we didn't know that it was there. And then the other thing we're learning is how much love and acceptance and compassion is truly needed in order to connect, that we have to be able to open our heart and be in a very relaxed, receptive energy. And when we open our hearts just a little bit more than we did before, we realize the contrast and the availability of the more availability of what's there than we may have realized, and how much more opportunity there is to feel love that we didn't realize we were ever so subtly closing ourselves off to. And what a gift. What a gift to recognize, wow, I have so much more love inside of me to give to myself and to feel inside of me. And when we can begin to foster that and come back to that more frequently, we shift our own frequency. We become that new level of vibration, and what's possible for us when we walk around with that new openness is calling in new potential, manifesting new things. And if you've been moving through life and feeling stuck and frustrated with your set of circumstances and unsure how to change them, my loves, this is it. If you want to call in a new reality, you have to shift your frequency in order to be able to do that. And this work literally offers all of that to you and more, because it's a never ending exploration of what's available inside of you and how that can be reflected back to you externally. So it's powerful work far and beyond just learning how to be more intuitive. So I'm just going to close my eyes. I'm going to tune into spirit and I'm going to see how they would like to start us off today. And we'll go from there. Just give me one sec. They want to set the stage before we start, and they want to invite you into a level of awareness. They want to ask you, what about this experience? What about this process feels inviting? to you? What about learning how to do this is calling to you? And why does the prospect of having a better ability with your intuition, a deeper connection to you, why is that something that feels so exciting? And they want you to really begin to one, explore that, and to hold it front and center, top of mind, because it is that excitement, it is that curiosity, is that level of like intrigue that they want you to um propel you forward, because sometimes this work can feel daunting, or it can grow tiring quickly when you're not getting the instant gratification, getting the results that we want in the timeline that we want them, or or the speed that we're expecting of them. And they're saying, hold the vision, like that excitement that it invigorates inside of you, let that propel you, let that drive you, let that motivate you. And that is how you're going to continue to come back to it, even in times when it feels like you're dragging your feet a little bit. And it's important to remember that this work requires patience, practice, consistency, and commitment, just like everything else. And what could be more valuable than learning those skills? They're saying those are, and talk about the skills that I mentioned at the beginning: self love, self trust, personal belief. There are more skills available to you: consistency, dedication, um, like setting aside time for you to do something that's important for you, and being driven and working through the different layers of fear and doubt. Like, all of that is being offered to you inside of this, and recognizing like just how quickly it starts to feel frustrating, aggravating, and how easily it is dismissed and like put to the side. And remembering that what you're learning is how to continue to show up despite um despite the resistance that can come up inside of doing so. And that is a lifelong lesson and a skill set that you are also developing and learning and fostering inside of you. Cool. Okay, where would you like to go from there? Okay, they're inviting you into this experience, and they're inviting you to witness like how much trepidation might be there, how much like discomfort, how much fear, how much irritation or aggravation is required to overcome today. And they're saying, acknowledge that. It's important to acknowledge that, because it's not a bad thing. It's a very human thing, and it's a part of your reality. And it's necessary to acknowledge that those feelings are there, and that this work isn't always going to be like, I think that we kind of put it on a pedestal a little bit, and it's like, oh, like I should love this. I should always want to do this. And they're saying, no, there are days where you're going to be like, ugh, fine, good. They're saying, good. Acknowledge that sometimes you're like not into it. And the fact that you are sitting down to do it anyway means that you are dedicated to what is available to you here. And have a little bit of gratitude for yourself for that. And they're just acknowledging that they feel that and they see that. And they are giving you props for being here, regardless of what it feels like, and regardless of what it's kind of taking out of you today to do it. And now they're saying, now you get to relax. Now you get to take a deep breath and let that all that frustration go. So this is your opportunity to find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. And this is not going to be a long experience. They're going to keep this short and sweet so that you can get back to your day. They're saying, and pat yourself on the back that you checked the box and now you can move on. And also notice that this doesn't have to be like a long drawn out experience. It can be short, and it's something that you can easily fit into your day when you don't have a lot of time to dedicate to it. And they just want you to um, give the time it needs to settle in. So if you want to pause this video and come back to that, you're perfectly able to do that. If you're watching the replay of this, to turn down the lights, to turn on some music, to make your space as comfortable and inviting as possible so that this experience is one with a little bit less resistance surrounding it. Because when it's comfortable and enjoyable, you're more likely to enjoy it and want to do it. And when you're ready, just snuggle into your comfortable place. And they're just saying, take a moment before you close your eyes and just look around the room where you are and just take it in, like take a snapshot of this space that you're providing for you, because you are right now creating a safe space to be here with you, and everything inside of this space is of your creation on some capacity. You are the designer of this space, that you are creating a space where you can feel at ease. And everything inside of this space, on some level, energetically and or physically, is of your own design and of your own intention. And it's just a physical representation of how important it is to take a moment and take in who you are and what you've done to create that person. And you can fix and change and alter whatever it is in this space to make it more of your liking, as long as you recognize that it can always be shifted and changed. And that's what they want to remind you of today inside of this experience, is that whatever you're experiencing in this moment, you can always shift it and change it. And it doesn't have to be what you're stuck with. And sometimes it feels like you are carrying things that are not of your own design, not of your own making. And this is your opportunity to learn how to shift them and change them and rearrange them and reorganize them so it feels more you. Okay. So now they just want you to close your eyes and take a big deep breath in through your nose, and slowly exhaling through your mouth, just letting all that air out, along with any frustration, aggravation, or just like tension and heaviness from the day. And again, taking a big deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with air. And you can audibly exhale, just letting it all out, feeling all of the tension being released as you do that. And they want to remind you that you can do that as many times as you want. And each time just feeling more and more relaxed inside of your space here. And just letting it be on your own timeline. And when you're ready, allowing your breathing to come back to normal. And this is very much going to be an experience of your physical body today. They want you to begin to become aware of how your environment affects your body, and in turn, your frequency. And so they just want you to begin to take a snapshot of what you feel in your body right now. And you can start from your toes and work your way up. You can start from your head and work your way down. Or you can start right where the tension is most acknowledged. So if you're already feeling or just noticing your heart in your chest, and there's like a little bit of like an elevated heart rate, or you're feeling like a little bit of jitteriness and you notice that there's some anxiousness there, or if you're noticing that there's some tension in your neck, your shoulders, your spine, your lower back. I'm getting some pings around knees. If you're noticing like any ringing in your ears, these are all sensations that they just want you to become aware of are there. And ultimately, it's just the body speaking to you and saying that there's still some tension here that I am holding on to that I don't feel comfortable letting go yet. And ultimately, they want to remind you that this is not an experience of letting that go. This is actually an experience of allowing it to be here. And that is the reframe that they want to leave you with today. Is that the peaceful moment that you are searching for comes through the welcoming of who you are in this moment. And so, right here, right now, in this moment, they want you to recognize whatever's going on in your body and whatever you feel like you can't let go of from the day. If there's just like moments in your day that are just like lingering in your mind and you're trying to get rid of them and let them go so you can enjoy this meditation, they want to point out that you don't have to. And that the more you focus on trying to get rid of the unwanted experiences, the more likely you are to be bothered by them. And if what you're searching for right now is just a moment of reprieve, it's going to come from the realization that it's already available for you. And all that's needed is just the acceptance of what this moment is offering. And they want you to travel all the way in to the very center of your heart, the very core of your being. If you were joining us last week, it's the same spot going all the way in, just visualizing that you're all the way into this small space right at the center of you. It can look the way ever you want it to look, but ultimately what this represents is the very pain point that you're experiencing today. Because inside of your center, inside of your soul center, inside of the center of who you are, everything is contained there. Yes, it's a place where we go to feel relief, but it's also a place we go to understand why we can't. Why relief in this moment feels slightly out of reach. And they just want you to be here inside of this center of you, recognizing that this is an area where everything is found. Answers, guidance, love, connection, friendship, and also resistance. And they just want you to be here inside of this center of you and allowing whatever has been frustrating you, paining you in your life right now to be welcome in this space too. Whatever that looks like. If it's a feeling, if it's a memory, if it's a thought, if it's a person, you just want to allow them to be here. And if it feels better, you can create an invisible barrier that separates you from that thing so that they're not directly in your space. There's a slight separation there, but you're sharing an environment with them, and both you and them are here together. And they just want you to allow this experience to be uncomfortable. If it is, and just allow. So just breathing through this, understanding that you're safe. They can't hurt you, they can't bother you. It's just sharing of a space with whatever this is. And in your mind, they want you to feel appreciation for this space, that the two of you can come together and coexist here. There's no arguing, there's no fighting, there's no pushback. Both you and this thing are amicable. You might have your disagreements, but in this moment, you both just want peace. And so you are just accepting and allowing of one another's energy. And you share that commonality between you. And you didn't realize that until now, but that's ultimately what you both want. It's peace. You are just under the impression that one of you had to go in order to get it. But what Spirit wants to show you today is that you can both be here and still feel peace at the same time. And they just want you to enjoy that thought for a moment. Welcome that thought in, that realization. Can there be peace here with this energy, this element present? Even if it's just a little bit. Is there more peace available than you thought there could be? Is there more peace available than there may have been previously? Or the last time you thought about this or experienced this? And just breathe, enjoying that that thought could be true. Because feeling like this energy has to go away in order for you to feel peace has felt really frustrating and disempowering when you just can't seem to be successful at it. And it just kind of follows you around like this thing in your way, blocking you. And what they want you to notice today is that the acceptance of a space with the thing that has caused you frustration offers what you've been searching for. It provides momentary relief. And it can be as easy as letting it in, putting up an invisible barrier, knowing that you are separated, but just relinquishing to the acceptance of a shared space. And the gratitude that you have for one another, that you both want the same thing, and letting each other experience it. Even if it can't be experienced out there in the real world, it can be experienced here. Because here, you get to decide the energy that's experienced. Sometimes it just requires seeing it through a different light in order to understand how to get there. And that is the opportunity they want to offer you today inside of this experience, is how to find it, how to grant it to you. And sometimes it's from allowing rather than pushing away, rather than fighting back. And while you're here inside of this space, just trusting that this invisible barrier is going to allow you to feel at peace, even though this thing is here with you. They want you to try in this moment to see if you can shift your energy even more. because there are going to be days where you are going to want to tune into your intuition, but it's going to feel challenging because you're going to be dealing with a lot of frustration and aggravation. And they want to show you that it can still be possible to open up to ease, to open up to love and your own inner truth, despite that irritation being there, that it is not blocking you. It is just showing you a different way of working with it. How do you want to do that? So, in this moment, they want you to imagine a door in your mind inside of this space that you're in, and this door appears on your side of the invisible barrier. And you can walk over to the door and open it. And you can invite in whoever you want to. Maybe it's your higher self. Maybe it's your inner child. Maybe it's a future version of you or a past version. Maybe it's a spirit guide. Maybe it's a loved one. Maybe it's a pet. Doesn't matter. Whoever you want to see right now, you're going to invite them in. And they're going to step into this space with you. And you're going to just feel their love, their joy, their excitement, and their pride. They're so proud of you for showing up in this way and being faced with this thing that's been bothering you and choosing to find peace inside of it. And they are here to support you in finding your truth. And you can hold their hand, you can give them a hug, you can sit on the floor beside them. This is just a time to feel how much love, how much joy, how much ease and freedom can be found in this space, despite that irritation still being there. That you can feel as much exuberance as you want to, even though that energy is still here. It just doesn't have as much power anymore. And I just want you to take the hand of whoever it is you invited forward. And I want you both to turn towards the invisible barrier and look over at whatever that thing was. What does it feel like to be here side by side with this support system and to look over at it, just sadly sitting there all alone? Does it hold the same weight as it did before? Does it feel as threatening as it did before? Or has your perspective of it changed a little bit? And I want you to think of the situation that it was bringing into your life. Do you see that situation differently? Do you see that person differently, that energy differently? How would you like to move forward with that? If that thing has been bothering you because you haven't known how to circumnavigate it, you haven't known how to exist with it, alongside this incredible energy being that you invited in with you, what feels like the best course of action for you? What do you want to do? What would feel good to you? I just want you to let whatever that is surface in your mind. And Spirit is now asking for you to open a very small door in this invisible barrier and give an opportunity for whatever's on the other side of it to step in here with you. And just trust that they're not going to affect you. You're just welcoming them into your space now. Because in this space, you've filled it with love. You've filled it with joy and excitement. And whatever this thing is, there's just too much of that now for it to affect the energy. So I want you to go over there and open the door and invite it in. And let it be here with you alongside whatever spirit guide or loved one is here with you. And you're going to send it out through the door that your spirit guide or loved one came through. And you're going to leave the door open after it walks out. And the message from this little experience today is showing you that whatever that thing was, it holds the same weight as whoever it was that you invited through that door. It holds just as much power as the spirit guide or loved one that you invited in. Because as soon as you invited in your spirit guide, your loved one, your pet, they've filled this space with the most incredible, joyous energy. And whatever that thing was has just as much power to shift this space too. And in that respect, it holds just as much value. It's here to demonstrate to you that you get to choose your experience of it. And if you see it as another teacher, if you see it as another loved one, another guide for you, offering you a lesson or an opportunity or a way of learning how to manage it, your experience of it changes. And they just want you to keep that in mind, that the next time you come across whatever that was, I want you to perceive it in a new way. I get to experience this thing as a way of learning how to be with it differently. I get to choose how I want to navigate it, how I want to experience it, what I want to learn from it, take away from it. And in that respect, it is part of your team. It is part of your spirit team. And it might not be welcome in your life, and it doesn't have to be, but it holds just as much importance because now you get to learn how to navigate the discomfort that it might create for you and choose how long you want to allow that discomfort to be there for. And also how to tune into your intuition despite its presence and trust how you want to move forward. And anytime you experience any hiccup in life, any frustration, any aggravation, this is how they want you to perceive it. As another part of your spirit guide team offering you the gift of knowledge, of wisdom, and opportunity. Is there something that you want them to do now? In this moment, they just want you to take some time and offer gratitude to this family member, this loved one, this spirit guide that showed up for you today, that helped support you as you navigated this experience. And if there's anything that you want them to know, now's your opportunity to tell them. If there's any questions you have for them, this is your opportunity to ask. And when you're ready, they just want you to watch this energy being, this loved one, slowly disintegrate into love and go back out through the door it came in. But they really want you to make sure that you recognize that the love didn't leave with them. The love is still here. And in your mind, they just want you to watch that invisible barrier also disintegrate. And it disintegrates and it goes out through that door after all the other energy that left. So that the only thing that's left in this space is you. And in this moment, you get to decide how you want to move forward. Do you want to trust the wisdom, the inner knowing that you received from this experience or not? And perhaps that is another opportunity to come back here and work with. So whatever doubt is lingering for you from this, you know exactly what to do with it. You come in back into this place, you put up your invisible barrier, and you welcome the doubt in to sit on the other side of that wall. And you bring in your guides and your loved ones, and you fill this space with love, and you ask yourself how you want to move forward, knowing that you can share this space with your doubt, with your discomfort, feel ease and relief regardless, and know exactly how to tune into your intuition to better understand how to work with it and what to do about it. And this is a practice you can come back to as many times as you want, but ultimately it's just one way to show you how to find relief from your discomfort and ease through your pain and trust through your doubt. That both can be welcome here, and one doesn't stand in the way of the other as long as you understand how to work with it. And from here, I just want you to say goodbye to this space inside of you, knowing you can come back to it anytime you want to, and find your way back into your body, becoming aware once more of the sensations that are there, feeling your toes wiggling, your body feeling heavy against whatever surface is supporting it, becoming aware of your breath, becoming aware of your heart beating in your chest. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the present moment. And if you want to, you can write down any details from this experience, any insight, any information that you don't want to forget, knowing that if you do, you know exactly how to bring that experience back to you and revisit it anytime you want to. Is there anything else you'd like them to know about this today? No, They're just saying doubt is a gift, frustration is an opportunity, and just comes down to how you want to use it and work with it. Thank you all so much for joining with me today inside of this experience. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. So leave me comments below, and I'll see you again on Wednesday for another guided experience with spirit. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.